It was Butch who invited me out to UCSB to speak at a panel last November, where I was stopped by the FBI at the airport who tried to prevent me from flying out and organizing. The incident was triggered by Zionists who create a fake series of bomb threats against synagogues in my city in my name. And that's the whole thing. These powers who are threatening us, working to rob us and strip us of our rights, this is their biggest fear. It's power building, it's organizing, it's connecting with each other. They didn't come after me when I was staying at home, staying online behind the screen, trying to teach people. They came when I went out and connected with others. It was at this event in California where I forged connections with a multitude of other activists, connections that continue to be empowered to this day. I faced intense harassment for my activism. The FBI investigated me at 18 years old due to efforts by Zionists to stop me. It was a frightening experience. I mean, I remember talking to you, Butch, about that. You know how that was like for me. And I realized that my own government saw me as an enemy simply for advocating for peace and human rights. It always feels like an uphill battle against the algorithm and censorship online, and the emotional burden is real. Witnessing and talking about atrocities for upwards of a year and a half now has taken a toll on my mental. There are nights where I cry out in despair, nights I can't sleep. These past few weeks have been especially difficult for a multitude of reasons. The intensity of the genocide in Gaza being blasted to a level we have never seen before. The families being ripped apart by ICE, the stripping of rights of every group of people, it seems, in this country. I've made personal sacrifices, time that I could have spent on typical teenage things, in high school, instead went to my activism, to trying to teach people. I've gotten backlash from some old friends or family who don't understand why I'm so obsessed with this cause. All activists in this struggle face similar things, fear state violence, burnout, and isolation at times. But every challenge has only reinforced my resolve. Community support has shown that I'm not alone. When I was harassed, countless allies, many strangers online, rallied to my defense, including all of the people in this call. This is the power of solidarity. They cannot silence me because I am not just a me, I'm part of a we. When the FBI stuff happened, I told the story publicly and I actually felt safer because I was flipping the script on fear. I've drawn inspiration from others, activists on the ground in Palestine, journalists putting their lives on the line. If they can persist, how could I ever consider giving up? The sacrifices of others put my own in perspective and give me strength. And mentors like Butch Ware, who's been in this fight longer, showed that it's possible to endure and keep one's principles intact. Young people are leading right now. There's a newfound energy in Gen Z and millennials and activism. Despite repression, this generation is the most pro-Palestinian and anti-war in memory. I went from a high schooler with a phone to a recognized activist, and there are many, many others with the same exact story. Empowered youth can upend these narratives, and I want everyone to feel that power in themselves. There's a saying we love to repeat: the people united will never be defeated. We can't wait for saviors from above. The cost of activism is high, yes, but the cost of doing nothing is far higher. We are at a crossroads in history. What we do in the coming months will echo for generations. The threats have been laid out: fascism, apartheid, repression, but we also have an unprecedented opportunity, a growing movement of people who have awakened and are ready to act. Think about how public opinion has shifted in just 2 years on Palestine. For the first time, more Democrats align themselves with the Palestinian struggle than they do for Israel. Young Americans as well. And this is the first time it has happened in history. What does Free Palestine mean? It means an end to the occupation and siege. It means Palestinians are able to return to their homes. They get equal reparations. And there are equal rights for Jews and Arabs between the river and the sea. Free Palestine is not just a slogan. It's a commitment to collective liberation for all. So I ask you tonight, donate, organize, stand up. Do it for the kids in Gaza who deserve to grow up. Do it for your neighbors living in fear. Do it for Mahmoud in that jail cell. And for every one of you who's faced suppression and attacks in your own life, do it for yourself to live with dignity and courage. Thank you once again, everyone, for being part of this movement. History is watching. Years from now, when our children ask what we did when freedom was on the line, we'll be proud to say I stood up, I fought, I gave it my all, and we won.